If you're watching this video, it's because you might be in a place where you feel stuck. You're laying down in bed, not wanting to change a thing, wanting to just be on your phone, have a quiet day, but something in your soul just didn't feel right. You just felt like that wasn't good enough. You're tired of being in that same spot all the time. You feel like you're not accomplishing anything. You feel like you're not getting anything done. So you decide to get up and you still feel down. You feel like crap. You go outside, you get some fresh air, and thoughts just start taking over. It's like your subconscious is trying to tell you something. And quickly you start thinking of things that inspire you. You started thinking about your kids. You start thinking about your job, and you start thinking, wait a minute, I have a reason to live. I'm still breathing. I don't want to just lay down all day. I deserve better than that. I'm not going to just sit there and let the whole day pass me by. I got to do something. So then you start going through the list of things in your mind that you know you need to get done. And it might be just like chores. It might be just cleaning your room. It could be you have to return something at the store that you bought that just didn't look right on you, which also brought you down, right? These are all things that just start to pile up on you like weights on a barbell. And if you don't start paying attention to each individual weight, one day you'll wake up and you'll say, okay, enough is enough. And you'll go to try to pick up that barbell and it's just too damn heavy. And then you realize, I got to start removing some of these weights. I have to start taking care of some of these things individually, one by one, to get the barbell to a comfortable place, to a comfortable weight that I can lift it and start carrying it around with me and figuring the whole thing out. For the barbell to be too heavy. I can't afford to. I deserve better than that. My soul is telling me I need to move forward. This game that I'm playing on my phone or whatever, it's not making my soul happy. It's really not. I think it is, like I'm tricking myself into believing this is really what I want, but while I'm playing it, I just don't feel right. It feels like a waste of time. It feels like my soul is empty. There's no drive, there's no passion. So you're outside and you decide, you know what, I'm going to take a step forward. There's something that I got to cross off my list right now and just take that one step. So you decide, you know what, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself ready. I'm going to go bring back this hat or this piece of clothing, or I got to vacuum the floor because I haven't done that in a while. I'm just going to take that first step and see what happens. And subconsciously, you're making a decision to follow your intuition, to follow what your soul desires. And suddenly, everything starts to change. You take that first initial step, and all these other things come to mind. You start saying, well, you know what? If I'm going to do that, then while I'm there, I might as well do this too. And it starts to compound. It's like layers upon layers of things that you can actually do. And suddenly you feel like you have a sense of purpose again. It all just starts making sense and you start feeling good, and you haven't even done anything yet. It's just the thoughts, the concept that, you know what, I can be productive today. 333 is the clock as I'm saying that. You start to say to yourself, you know what, if I just do this one thing and take this step forward, many other beautiful things can come of it. So then let's say, for example, you want to return that piece of clothing, right? You start thinking to yourself, okay, I'm going to return it, you know what? But today I feel lucky. Today it feels like a good day. Maybe today I'm going to find a piece of clothing that actually fits right. And then if I can bring it home with me and it still looks good, then I can wear it to that thing I got next week. And now I know I got this nice outfit, so I feel good about that. And suddenly it's like this light turns on inside of you and you start thinking of all the positive things, and you start thinking of positive outcomes on everything. And you start to realize, you know what? I am alive. This stuff can really happen. This is good stuff. And, people might sit there and say, well, if I go return that damn shirt or that pair of jeans or that hat, it's just going to be the same old crap. So why bother do it? Well, what's the alternative? You want to stay in the bed where you know you don't feel good? You want to continue doing the things you know don't bring you any joy? That's the alternative. At least on the other one, you got a 50-50 shot. Which one are you going to take? Wouldn't you rather try? I mean, it's either try or don't try. Those are your two options. And if you're going to try it, have a positive attitude while you're doing it. You might not end up getting the right shirt, but you know what? At least you tried. And then, you come back home and you realize, you know what? I didn't stay in bed all day. That's a win. It was a good day. Once these chores or these things on your checklist start getting checked off, you feel lighter. It's like you realize you have a sense of purpose. You have responsibility. You have direction in life. It's very easy to get stuck. It's very easy to be in a place where you feel like there's nothing to accomplish. We all do it. I mean, we get tied up in these things on our phones where we just watch and watch and watch, and we don't know why, but we can't stop watching. And then at the end of the day, you realize, man, I spent 3 hours. Or worse, while you're in it, you realize, damn, where's the time going? Now my day is almost over. This was my only day off. I spent 4 hours on Facebook or, Apple Arcade. Where did my day go? And that stuff eats away at your spirit. You start to feel down and low, and you don't know why. You thought to yourself, wait a minute, that's what I wanted to do. I set the intention. I really wanted to just relax today and do that, but still there's something inside you that doesn't feel right. Well, that feeling is because on a soul level, you're not fulfilling what it is you really want, what your soul wants. Subconsciously, you're not satisfied. Maybe on a surface level, on a 3D level, you feel satisfied at the moment, but your soul has a purpose to fulfill. Your soul has places it wants to go. And you have to listen very closely to that feeling inside of you that's telling you you need to be somewhere else at this moment. That's your guidance. That's your intuition telling you. It's very important. It's crucial that you listen to that, because when you do listen to that, things suddenly change. Your perspective changes. You take baby steps. You take that first step, which leads to another step, and it starts to build up. And you realize, I got this thing. You realize that you're a spiritual warrior. You can transmute all that negativity, all that energy you're feeling, and you can turn it into whatever you want, because you are powerful. You have that ability inside you to make those subconscious changes, which in turn reflects on your day-to-day activities. As above, so below. First, you feel it subconsciously, and it trickles down into your real world. And then the opposite of what I said, at the end of the day, you feel like worthwhile. You feel like, okay, I did something with my day today. And that feeling drives you to want to do more. That's how it works. But you have to have the strength to take that first step. I know it's not easy. It's very tempting to just stay put because it's easy, because it feels like it fulfills you in a way. It feels fun at the time. But the consequence to that is realizing that there were other more important things that you had to do. Your soul is pulling you to do other things. It's calling you to fulfill the other things that you know desperately need to get done. So you can't allow yourself to be fooled and tempted like that. That's what our shadow is designed to do. It's to keep us in a place that's safe. But you're not going to get anywhere if you just play it safe. We got to take risks. You got to push yourself and just take that first step and see how far you can go with it. And say to yourself, I'm still breathing, man. I got stuff to do. And at the end of the day, you'll be thankful for it. Because when you follow your intuition, abundance comes with that. You start to realize, you know what? Good things can be multiplied. Good things can happen, and like you take one step forward and then it turns into another good thing and turns into another good thing. And you start realizing that, you know what, there's a lot of possibility in this world, but nothing's going to get done if you just stay put. You got to take that first step. It's crucial. It is hard. It's difficult, but it is crucial to get to a better place on a soul level, on a spiritual level, a place that feels better. And that game and that time that you wanted to yourself, it'll come down the line. But it's just not what you need to be doing right now. Not if it feels heavy, not if it feels like it's not fulfilling you. You got to listen to that little voice inside you that's telling you this ain't what you need right now. Put it aside. Start tackling some of those things on your to-do list. That's what's going to make you feel good. And it's okay. Remember that you will have time later on to go and do those other things again. Maybe even as soon as tonight when you get home and you banged out 3 or 4 of those things on your to-do list, then there's a different sort of fulfillment with it, because you realize you're in control of your life. You realize I'm going to do this on my time. And you realize, you know what, there's plenty of time in the day to do everything. But balance is the key. You can't just do it all the same thing all day long. You got to balance it out. You got to realize there's other important things that need to be done. Start getting those things done, and then you can have a little you time. But remember that those other things too that feel so hard and feel, that you're avoiding for whatever reason, those are your time too. Those things fulfill you just as much, if not more, on a deep level. Not stuff you can always see on the surface, but stuff that you thank yourself for, at a later time, because you realize, I don't feel so bogged down anymore. That barbell doesn't feel so heavy. But if you keep putting stuff on and you don't take that first step and you can't push yourself, just remember that you'll get through it. One day you'll find the energy and you'll be ready to go, but that barbell is going to be heavy, man. So keep it light. Keep it light. Take some of the weight off, little by little. Make it easier for your future self. That's all I got for you guys. Thanks for listening. If you're feeling what I'm feeling and this resonates, leave a comment down below. I'm dying to know if this is making sense to you guys. So I really appreciate that. And don't forget to like and subscribe too. All right? Till next time. Peace.